Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fears to Fathom. Specifically, Episode 5, Woodbury Getaway. Now, this is indeed this one. You are playing Episode 5. Good, I'm glad I got at least that much correctly. Yes, this is indeed the final episode. We have got all the way to the end, and I'm rather hoping that at some point this rather nice game gets a special sort of complete anthology edition release sort of thing on Steam, whereby you get all of the games in one, which I think would be really rather nice. But anyway, that is enough yammering. I actually was supposed to be on that screen, but never mind. Let's play the game. For what else are we here to do? I should emphasise that from reading the Steam description, this sounds eerily similar to my own life, in that apparently we play as a 23-year-old who works at a consultancy company that goes on holiday. So that's a little bit too similar to my own real life for my taste, but we'll see how it goes. Needed coffee to get done with the day. Yes, you also need some coffee because you need to learn how to complete your sentences as well, beginning with an I, perhaps. Right, I must find coffee. Presumably this is none too recent if the screens are about 6 feet deep. Right. Oh goodness, there's little cars driving around. Isn't that cute? This is a pretty little cityscape. I must say I don't get half as good a view of this out of my office. My word, that truck turned on a hairpin. I can't leave just yet. I had to get coffee. Leave? What, via the window? I mean, that's a bit final. Also, why do I seem to be working in the middle of the night? That's a bit worrisome. I understand why I need a holiday now. Can I interact with things? Oh no, I can just stand up and sit down again. Right, mind this big box of printer ink or something. Goodness, if that's how big the screens are, I did think how big the blooming printers are, because they're still massive. Right, what can we find in the directory? Presumably these are names of companies. I thought these were just rooms or places or things, and got a bit confusulated. Never mind. Here are some crisps. I don't like these crisps. Begone! Indeed, somebody was doing crisp calculations over here. Wonderful. Is this the machine of caffeine? Yes. How do I do? Oh goodness. Oh goodness. What? Do I need to put a cup in it? I've never actually used one of these machines. It needed water. Oh yeah. I've never used one of these automatic coffee machines in my life. Not my area of expertise. Oh, I'm putting water in the machine. I thought I was putting water in the cup, but I mean, I thought I had to put water in the cup to then it would just like mix the juice with it. But no, that's not how the universe works. At least not as much of the universe as revolves around caffeine. Is it going to stop? It appears to have stopped. I need to put a lid on it. Oh, I see. It's like at the Starbucks. I understand. I have got my coffee now. Press the right mouse button to sip. I seem to sip out of the base of my hand, which is quite a curious ability. Right. I needed to use the restroom. My kitty, this stuff goes right through you, doesn't it? I see why, this is an interesting business model you people have created. Just make a drink that runs straight through people, so they need another one immediately. Interesting. You sure I put coffee in this and not just pure laxatives? I don't tend to be able to go this way, but I don't know where the restroom is, or the bathroom, as the rest of the people around me would call it anyway. This is not the bathroom. I mean, I could do my business in here, but I don't think whoever's room this is would be frightfully pleased about that. Oh goodness, there was a sign, but I didn't see it because I'm a moron. But you know, I trust that you've already figured that out by now. Tap some more coffee. There we go. Right. Which reminds me of seats on an aeroplane for some bizarre reason. I don't even know why, because I've never been on an aeroplane. Right, can I open the lockers? Can I look at people's things? Presumably not, no. Right. I have the home field advantage here because I know from reading the Steam page, at least I think I know, that our protagonist is not a gentleman. Right. Except I don't have a reflection. Of course I don't. I don't know why I get so excited when I see a mirror in a horror game, because I never have a reflection. Right. I suppose I'm getting on with my business now. I remember what happened the last time we tried to do this, when we were in some sort of burger joint before we went into the forest. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to take my glasses off and put them over there. I'm going to very firmly put my hand over my eyes, and now I'm going to press the button. What's happened? I have a feeling not enough. Oh, good. It seems to be open. Ah, that's not good. I've clicked again. I still don't really know what's going on. Oh, good. This is another one of those microphone things, which somehow doesn't seem to have been tapped into my actual microphone. That's interesting. Oh no, it's not a microphone. It's not a microphone-ometer. It's a do your business-ometer. Right. I don't know if that's better or worse. What are you doing in here? I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were in here. I should hope not. My idiot. Sorry. I was so transfixed on all of the why under the sun do we need a meter for that I didn't even remember this was a horror game. How are you on this fine evening? I was just finishing up my cleaning runs. Ah, well, you clearly haven't done this one because it's filthy. I like to clean late because it is quiet at this hour. I understand that. Yes, got to get those tax returns done. You young folks sure put in the hours. Make sure to take care of yourself. Oh, do that. You seem to be taking good care of your teeth, if nothing else. Still got my coffee because I wouldn't want to put that down. Right, should we see if the others seem any cleaner? A bit, but not much. Right, never mind. Excuse me, sir, I am walking through this door. If you would mind not slamming it in my face, I would be highly appreciative. Coffee to calm myself down. Right. Back to the old grindstone, I presume. Can we scamper? A little teeny tiny bit by pressing the shift key. We can scamper. What? Oh no, somebody is ringing me on the old dog and bone. Good evening. Can I help you with your insurance? What? Go for Sydney Harbour? What on earth are you talking about?
Hey,
Hello?
Harp, it's Mike.
Ooh, hello.
I've been trying to call your cell for the last 2 hours. It just keeps going to voicemail. Is everything alright?
Yes, I just happen to not like talking to you, so, never mind. I've run out of batteries. I'm trying to remember how phones actually charged back in those days, and I'm struggling to remember whether you could, I mean, they must have had like a charging cable or something, which presumably you could plug in, but maybe we're a bit scant on spare plugs in this cubicle of mine.
Oh, snap. I was starting to think maybe you were ignoring me. I'm just kidding. Anyway, what are you still doing at work? It's getting kind of late.
Oh dear. Sorry. As a man with no social skills, I take no pleasure whatsoever in inducing awkward social situations with other people, but it is just a computer, so, you know, it'll survive. More overtime, got to earn enough money to get that Manhattan apartment.
That sounds rough. Good thing I called to cheer you up.
Yeah, because now I'm not getting any work done, which means I ain't earning more money.
About our trip, did you get a chance to book the rental house? Just really wanted to see you. And Nora.
Naturally. I'm going to do it after work, which presumably is going to be at about midnight. I'm sure all of the rental places will be open. Mind you, maybe it's in a different time zone, and they will be.
No worries, Harper. I don't want to stress you out. As long as you book it tonight, I think it'll be fine.
Yes,
hey,
indeed, I'll do it. Yes,
I was thinking, since we both live in the city, maybe I could pick you up and ride together. It'd be nice to catch up.
This man definitely doesn't have a hidden agenda. But hey ho, at least he's a person in a horror video game that has a slightly less worse agenda than most of the hidden agendas of most people in horror games.
You know, save on gas and relive the good old days. Just a little bit of Mike and Sydney time before Nora gets there.
Someone doesn't want to be the third wheel. Alright, I don't seem to be able to say no to this, so okay.
Great. I guess I'll let you get back to work then.
That's probably best.
Oh, wait, one more thing.
Naturally.
When you book the rental, please make sure to keep it under $100 a night.
If I'm booking it, surely I'm the one paying for it.
Nora and I were talking, and she's been on a pretty tight budget. Things haven't been going very well for her.
Why do I get the distinct impression it's actually him who's skint? But never mind. Alright then, I shall be sure to hire us some sort of hostel which just has a corner without too much feces in it that you can stick your sleeping
It'll
bag.
be just like the old college days. You always had a knack for finding the best spots.
Yeah, I should probably get on with the rest of my life now.
Right, of course. Sorry for yapping. I'm just excited, I guess. Alright,
Go have a
talk
sit.
to you later, Harp.
You have a sit, and I should do some work. Right, to actually get to do some bookings. Oh goodness, I have to do some actual work. Type invaders? What on earth is this? Is that... People of a different type invading you? That sounds a little bit racist, but okay. Oh goodness, what is going on? What? Oh! I'm not very good at... Oh, it's one of these... Oh, that's a type. Right, I do apologise. I thought you meant... What? How is that... Oh... I can't spell that quickly. I've never played one of these games in my life before. I mean, that is a vaguely decent description of what I'm doing right now, but we won't worry about it. Oh, goodness. There are many of them. Oh, dear. I'm not abroad. Don't be so crude. Instrument, there's a word I always spell wrong. I think I'm mostly still alive. My accuracy, oh, you can't actually see, but it's good, honest. Oh goodness, there is a very rapid one. I can't write and talk at the same time, alright? I can't multitask. I'm not a teenager. Right, strange beats, that's what this game has. Just... Who the hell came up with this game? It must have purely been as an idea as... Oh, it's educational, the kids will learn from it. Definitely. It's just on the rail shooter, but it just doesn't have much blooming shooting in it. There we are. Also, what's with the random phrases it decides to bring together? Okay, I'm still alive. Does this just keep going till I'm dead, or does this eventually stop at some point? It's only a game in a game, so presumably it must stop. Oh, huzzah! I did it and everything! Didn't get a frightfully good score, but never mind. Hooray! I don't really think I should be having video games on my computer, but we won't worry about that. Right. What do we have here? Works. Yes. Text score. I don't know what the text score is. Can I actually change this? Like stuff. I can. Text score equals good. Yes. And remark. Well, that's not good enough. It must be a crude remark. Excellent. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, this... right, no, rude remarks. Let's write some rude remarks in here, like, naff off. Yeah, there you go, excellent. I didn't realise it was just the column headers. We don't worry about that. Right, these people have not been making enough money. Let's make up some money. They have been making many, many hundreds of billions of dollars, I think. Yes, it's actually not just dollars. That's because they are English. There we go. And they must be approved. Yes, yes, muchly. I can't freaking spell like the game earlier didn't prevent that. Stage. I think terminal stage would be the answer to that question. Text score is -3. That is definitely the case because I don't have the faintest idea what the hell I'm doing. And rude remark is not able to spell. Is bollocks. There we are. Excellent. Apex Innovative is without doubt the best company in the history of rainbow sheets. Excellent. Right, well, that's all my work done for today. Let's get on with something else. What do I do? Search the internet. I wish to search the internet for cats. For rent? For cats? I am not typing. Oh, I'm pressing C for crying out loud. It's just typing stuff on its own. I wanted to search for funny cat videos. What does this do? Nothing. Alright, let's do some bookings. Find a place to stay. Where am I going? I am going to the moon. Oh, no, apparently I'm going to Woodbury. Don't know where that is. Poster cabin. Oh, no. I don't want made of posters. I want one made of wood and that sort of thing, rather than, bands and things. My goodness, that's very expensive. As is that one. This looks a bit rubbish, if I'm honest. That's a glorified shipping container in a field. This one probably used to be a barn, but hey ho, it's still cute. What else do we have? Security cameras. What the hell is any security cameras for? What about this one? Cozy lodge. This looks like a scene out of Crazy Taxi, but all right, whatever. Private cabin in Woodbury. This sounds nice. Entire guest house. Oh dear, this one has been rated very low. I can only assume it has a very smelly cat in it. Can I change pictures? Oh, I can change pictures. Where's the picture of the smelly cat? It's quite nice actually. I don't really know why it's rated so badly, but I do like that you can see all sorts of different pictures. And here's a scene from inside the pool, I presume. I thought it was in the back of a pickup truck at first. It was being kidnapped by somebody. Never mind. Let's have a look at some other little pictures. Yes, they all look very nice. All very cheerful and pleasant. And from looking at this is just a thing in a caravan park. We won't like that. Alright, I need to get something cheap. It's only got 3 stars, but we will survive. We'll save our money because we'll go fishing. Yes, this looks good. 2 bedrooms, 2 beds, 1.5 shared bathrooms. How the hell's your 1.5 bathroom? That doesn't make any sense. Oh no, there's only 2 beds. I dread to think who's going to have to rough it. Alright, someone's gonna have to sleep on the sofa. Your booking has been confirmed. Hooray! Let me guess, the printer has run out of magical magenta. Anyway, I'm assuming you get hundreds if not thousands of stories sent daily. So I'll give you a basic rundown of something that happened to me. I'm sorry if this was written weird, but I was rushed. When I was in my early 20s, I worked for a big consulting firm in my city. Life at the firm was a constant juggle of deadlines, client meetings, and trying to prove my worth, which didn't leave much room for leisure, let alone a social life. The job paid well, for sure, but at the expense of my mental peace. I am Sydney Harper, and this story takes place during one of those days. One of my college friends, Mike, suggested that we might get a weekend getaway to rural Vermont, which sounded like a lovely break from the cycle of work. My other friend, Nora, was quick to jump on board as well. The plan was simple. The capitalization is missing. We rented a small cabin. Close our shift early on Friday, leave and be back on Monday. Mike came to pick me up. What could possibly go wrong? The fact that it got turned into a video game perhaps suggests that a lot went wrong, but we won't worry about that. Let's just hope that this loading screen doesn't suggest that it's been crashed. 2 days later. What happened 2 days later? Somebody has stretched this man's face rather uncomfortably. I'm assuming you're playing a PSP. Hello? Hello? Who are you? What? Oh, it doesn't seem to have picked up after all. Okay, right. There must be stuff going on. Allow us to read some. Mike getting out a lot of messages. I am so tired. I was about to turn in for the night. Yes, indeed. It's very good reason to stop a conversation. Alright, yes, how are you getting on with work? Talk about work. Yes, my giddy aunt, I've just come home from the office. I don't need any more work. I don't need to hear about HR, right? That's the last thing in the universe anybody needs to know. Alright, what's going on? Thanks for booking my property, your host. Oh, this is more like a Airbnb thing rather than like a proper rental thing? I have absolutely no idea. I don't really know how B&Bs work. The key will be in the lockbox by the front door. Here is the code. Call me if you have any trouble. Have a safe trip. Oh, good. Everything's going swimmingly. Right, and take my bag with me. Yes, indeed. I don't know why I get such bizarre satisfaction out of throwing things in this game, but I do. Right, I presume that this is the vehicle that will take us to our destination. I'm not doing anything. Just seems to have decided. Hang on a sec. What the hell is going on with this? At random intervals, it just seems to sort of drag me off in this direction. Then it made a bipping noise. And oh, the bipping noise was you! I was looking for your car. I didn't realise that you'd parked next to a twin. Right. Presumably you are Mike. Oh, I thought Mike was Cheery Charlie with the game controller in the lift. Presumably that was somebody else entirely. Right. That was more than I needed and more than I wanted, but we won't worry about any of it that's going on with our lives. What, by just planting my face on your shoulder? Yeah, unfortunately I don't really know what I'm doing in this department. What? Just a tag, just a test to see how he smells. Ah, that's surprisingly sensible. Alright, I'm curious why you get voice acting over the phone but not here. Never mind, for the record I showered just for the occasion, nothing too good for you. Right, very, very amused. I didn't need more of this. Didn't need more of this. Right, okay. All is good. And likewise, you can throw your stuff in the back. Okay. Where is my stuff gone? Here is my stuff gone. Right. Plonk. Oh, goodness. Plonk. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, my goodness me. I'll never make the baseball team. Right, there we are. Excellent. That definitely won't fly out as soon as we go over a bridge. Right, are you ready to hit the road? What about Nora? She will meet us there. The route through the city would have been a detour for her anyway. Alright then, allow us to go. Are you driving? I don't know what side of the car you're supposed to be on, but never mind. Let us go places and do things and wonder why we are travelling illegally with no number plate. I don't mean to be a stickler for the rules and everything, but I think number plates are vaguely important. Or license plates, as I believe they are referred to. Which is weird, because surely cars don't have licenses, but people do, and yet the license plate isn't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just an old grumpy man that is tired. But never mind. That's just how life goes. Alrighty, presumably this is on Saturday, or do they have like a half day on the Friday? It's a little spooky, man. It was starting to snow. I think it said it was December, so at least that makes sense why it's dark at only 4:30. Please keep your eyes on the road, man! Isn't it weird? We used to dream about escaping our college, and now here we are, trying to escape from the life we wanted to live. Yes, I know. We're all kids one day, and we all think, I can't wait to be an adult. And then we become an adult, and we think, this is what I was sold. But I do wish you'd keep your eyes on the road. Never mind. Yes, funny how life turns out, not the way you expect. I do wish you'd watch the road. Change is hard, like trying to adjust to the new job. Indeed, how has yours been going? We're working on this project that uses machine learning to predict market trends. It's pretty cutting-edge stuff, and it will fail miserably because everything in the history of mankind is trying to predict how the markets go will fail. But never mind. Sounds like you're shaping the future. Either that or leading us into the next recession. Oh goodness, there's a message, but I can't read it. I can't open it while talking to people. Not quite Tony Stark yet, but I'll take it. You know, I never understood. What do consultants even do? People consult us. They pick our brains to understand things. Yeah, we definitely don't do stuff that they could do for themselves. What's all that about? Did you see that school bus? There was a school bus back there by our old house. Maybe it's a project. Maybe it's the scene of a crash and a lot of dead kids in it. I don't know. Someone's idea of turning it into a tiny home on wheels or something. I've read people do that on the internet. Ah, I think you mean you've read on the internet that people do that. Otherwise, you're suggesting that people do that via the internet. But never mind. Alright, that was a bit weird. We didn't get to have our hilarious conversation about most consultants doing stuff that... Go away and get back to Santa's workshop, you silly old Rudolph. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I can get away with saying that because I work for a consultancy company too, so we'll live with that. That was close. We nearly crashed into it. I read on the internet that in Native American law, seeing a deer cross your path is getting a message from the universe. A good message or a bad message? I don't know. I don't know the answer. It has some banging tunes. Seemingly not. No, I don't seem to be able to interact with any of the tunes. Oh, excuse me. I've got most ghastly hiccups. I also thought that was the moon at first. I do apologise. But I think this is a reflection. Are we nearly there yet? In the ancient tradition, should be about an hour and a half from here. Then I might just roll over and conk out for a while if you don't mind. Driving through the snow kind of feels like we are driving through intergalactic space. Alright, fine, but I'm not being Spock. Look at the way the snowflakes swirl around the headlights. It's like the stars in the galaxies are rushing past us. I mean, I suppose a little bit like the Enterprise. It's kind of beautiful. I like that I have lots of different dialogue options, most of which seem to lead me to exactly the same place as the other option would have, but never mind. It's just road trip conversation, which is usually pretty dry and monotonous as things go. These loading screens are ever so slightly too long for my taste. So on the one hand, I don't want to do a jump cut through them, and on the other hand, I don't just want to sit here and talk about absolute drivel while we wait. Goodness, it is the Milk Emporium. Excellent. I was so worried we wouldn't have any milk. Check that out. What's that? Yes, the Milk Mart. Oh no, 'tis Moe's Pizza. We should obtain pizza. That would make everything better. It seems to be a diner. I thought it was a takeaway. That's the word I was looking for. These new GPS systems are something else. This pizzeria is exactly where it appeared on my GPS. It's like living in the future. Indeed, it's Star Wars and everything. Although actually Star Wars is supposed to be set in the past, isn't it? So that doesn't really work. I think I could eat a whole... I love that in this game I could basically say nothing. Oh dear. As a socially maladjusted muppet, I like that. Me too. Alright then. Operation Pizza Pit Stop is a go. This is something I can vaguely get behind. Oh good, the police are here to arrest all of the murderers who will no doubt be here soon. My giddy... What have we driven through? The Mojave? I mean, seriously. Also, where's my bag gone? Never mind. Oh, you're holding the door. What a gentleman. Thank you. Thank you.
Only $2.99.
What's going on?
This just in. Reports of a strong snowstorm coming towards Woodbury tonight.
Oh dear.
Residents are recommended to stay indoors and keep warm during this time. Let's check in with our field report.
Well,
How's the weather out there, Phil?
Oh, it's so cold out here, I can't feel my hands, okay? Like, the studio should have really brought some snow gear instead of buying that new coffee machine.
I'm sure you'll be fine. You can have some coffee when you get back to the studio.
Jerry, you cannot be serious. You know my doctor said not to drink any caffeine.
Sounds like someone's having a bad day. Maybe.
oh, shush. Oh, that's amusing, but I don't feel like I should just... I don't feel like I should just sit here and watch it. Do you mind if I help a bit, sir? I would like to... Like the Italian music, that's a nice touch. I should like to help. Can I help with stuff? Oh my goodness. Hello. This man seems to have come to help as well. I see you already have an intern. I'll try and get a job somewhere else. Oh, I'm supposed to be ordering over here. I thought I was ordering over here. I apologise. He's probably sorting out the takeaway stuff, isn't he? Right, Mo's Special. Are you Mo? Evening, folks. Looks like the Cole's got everyone craving pizza tonight. You fine folks know what you want to eat. We'll get 3 slices. What happened to eating a whole pizza? You got me excited, and now it's been a bit of a letdown when I've discovered you've only got 3. We won't worry about that. I'll go with pepperoni, cheese, and a... Hang on, you're having 3 slices of 3 completely different pizzas. That doesn't quite make sense to my brain, but never mind. My brain needs things to be the same. I should like to know what Mo's Special pizza is. What's your second slice? More of the special. More of the special. Special food for special brained person. Right, that should be everything we need. Don't mind this man who seems to be humping the counter, and just ignore that and move on with our lives. Is that what Mo's Special is? Are you not Mo? Was that Mo? Oh dear, I feel like I might have bought more than I can chew. Oh dear. $22.50. I feel like for $22.50 today, you could buy 2 decently large pizzas, and 6 slices is what, maybe sort of 50? No, sort of like a third of a pizza. And this presumably is set when GPS was new, so that seems like a hell of a lot of money. But all right. I shan't complain about the inflation. We'll just get on with our lives and sit here not saying very much. Your order number is 27. Get a seat, and I'll call you up when your pizza is ready. All right. Where are we going to sit? We're going to sit here. It's rather nice, actually. I've been in a lot worse. Ah, this is pleasant. And here is the intern come back again. Please don't hump the counter like the last man did. That's... What are you doing? What are you doing with your hands there, young man? Actually, to answer that question, I don't want to know. Right. Long sniff. Of what? Smells so good in here. Oh, right. I thought you were engaging in some other activities. We won't worry about that. Well, the decor's nice, isn't it? Oh yes, there were messages. I didn't read messages. What were the extra messages? It's nearly 5 PM and I haven't received a confirmation text for you. I just wanted to check in and make sure everything's okay. Roads can be a little dangerous. Please let me know when you arrive. We're on our way. Should be there around 6 PM. Snow slowed us down, but thank you for checking in. Alright, this Rick Wilson seems like a vaguely reasonable person, but never mind. Also, 4:30 is not nearly 5 o'clock, but we won't worry about it. Right, there seem to be messages from Friends 3 Eva. What the hell is this supposed to mean? Is this some sort of group chat or something? Oh, it's a group chat because it's got different people in it. Right. I'll bring some pizza supplies. Don't tell her we're cheating on her pizza supplies. Won't worry about it. Taking the lead on booking the house. Yes, we've done that. It's not to worry. Didn't say cheap. Hang on. There seems to be a lot going on here. My goodness, it's like when you fall asleep and your group chat is all in perfect harmony with one another, and then about 5 minutes after you fall asleep, there's some massive arguments. Everybody's had an absolute paddy, and then when you wake up, there's about 300 messages, and you haven't got the faintest idea who's at war with who. Can we play these voice notes? I think she might have ever so slightly started recording when she didn't mean to. So we will leave her and whoever she was with to their own devices, and we'll stop reading these messages. My goodness. Yes, and I wish that I hadn't. Looks like she'll be late. Yes, she did seem a little busy or something. I guess we'll have to start the fun without her. Not the same sort of fun she was in. I presume. Also, why is this man not taking his coat off? Would you stop humping everything, sir? It's not appropriate. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. But what can we do? Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You better be talking about N64, because if you're not, I might just have to bonk you with an N64, and not in that sort of a way. Can I have my pizza now, please? Oh, yes, thank you. You You, whatever the word is. What is the word? Deus Ex Pizza. Thank you. Are we? Oh, we're eating it here. Oh, I thought we were going to eat it in the car, but never mind. Thank you. Going to sit down and eat my. Surely you could put it on a plate if we're just going to eat it in here. Never mind. Let's try the special. It is special. It levitates. That's very exciting indeed. This pizza slaps. I've never understood slang. Even the slang of the generation that I grew up as a part of, I have not understood the slang. Right? I don't know. But slaps isn't a good thing, right? If you said, my wife slaps, that's not a good thing, right? That's a bruising thing, not a good thing. But we won't worry about that. I'll just sit here feeling old and confused. Can't believe Nora is missing out on this bomb-ass pizza. Again, bombs, not good. And buttocks, generally, not good. And if you add those two things together, what you have is, well, explosive diarrhea, which certainly is not something I wish to imagine on my pizza, particularly if it's got barbecue sauce on it. How excellent. Allow me to continue to consume more sustenance. Life is very weird. It's going to take me a hell of a long time to get through this. You actually eat the crust? Well, yeah. They wouldn't give it to you if you weren't supposed to eat it. I'd eat a tire if I was hungry. Alright. There's a different debate to be had there. Sort of wasteful, not, do you think? You wouldn't really... You make an interesting point there, but, I mean, some people do. Hell, some people eat eggshells for crying out loud, and that's not as weird as eating the crust. Right. Let's just get on with eating the special and carry on with our lives. Or potentially our deaths, depending on how this goes. Excuse me? Do you mind not ruffling my hair like some sort of kindly uncle? Who under the sun are you? And how have we been here for 15 minutes without you realising who we are? I saw you pull in that nice old truck, the old knackered one? Are you just watching who pulls in and taking notes? I suppose that's true. Not to be a bother or anything, but I was headed down the road myself. Seems like we might be going the same direction. Would you mind if I hitch a ride with you? Well, what's wrong with your car? Who needs a car when there are fine friends like you to pass the time with? You could just ask for a lift. You wouldn't even know I was there, quiet as a church mouse, and twice as nice. So what do you say? I like you can just say, no. Oh, I care to give this free spirit a ride down the snow road. You're asking for something to be free, mate. That's absolutely certain. This is interesting, because these To Fathom games, they like to have someone in it that seems threatening, but actually isn't. And I have a feeling that might be who this chap is, but, it's not my car, I don't know. It's my friend's car, so I won't be able to make the decision, would I? I can ride in the middle, hell, I'll ride in the bed. At least then we can kick him out when we go over a bridge slightly too fast. I know there's a middle seat, you're scared of me or something. I love that Mike is doing nothing to help. You aren't too kind, are you? Unkind people meet unkindness themselves. You'd best be careful out there. Are you threatening us? No, you got me all wrong. I've just golden timed it all. If you hadn't humped on my pizza, then I might feel different about this. But go away, please. I am frightened. My friend seems to be paralysed. That was weird. He didn't even order anything. Indeed, can I... What's he doing? Is he going to steal my things? Is he going to slash our tyres? No, he just seems to have trotted off. That's lovely. Right, back to pizza o'clock. That was a bit scary. I'm just worried that this game will assume that you've played all the other ones and will actually make the non-threatening person threatening in this instance, you know, sort of the double bluff, if you like. Right, I have finished my pizza, it's time to go. Press right mouse button to burn. That has got to be the single strangest button prompt I've ever read in my life, and I don't need that in my life. I live without it. Right, let's just pop this in the bin. There we are. That was good, indeed. Are you ready to hit the road? Maybe we can beat the worst of the snow. Can I do some driving? The weather is awful. Why don't you drive part of the way home? I'm going to drive now. That is what I have decided to do, because I want to drive extremely quickly so that we can get away from that slightly scary man. I'm afraid of what kind of break you're going to give me. You will be afraid if you don't give me the keys. Let's just get on with life, shan't we? There's one condition. What's that? I get first choice of bedrooms when or if we get there. Alright, fine. Just give me the keys, because I wish to have a tad more control over what we're doing. Right, allow me to stand out here in the freezing cold and read some text messages. What are we doing? Drive slow, and don't worry, I'll be sure Hard stays up to let you in. Oh, how hilarious. Right. When we drive down the road, are we going to see the man that we didn't give a lift to? Because if so, that would be ever so slightly spooky. Especially if he decides to do something like throw a rock at us. Which I wouldn't, well, I don't know if I'd wholly blame him or not. It's just, I don't know. The world is just so paranoid of everybody all of the time now. People are paranoid of hitchhiking because they think they're going to get picked up by a crazy person, and people are paranoid of hitchhikers because they think they're going to pick up a crazy person. And it's not just hitchhikers, it's everyone everywhere. At least that's how the internet makes things seem. So, yeah. People used to be a lot more trusting, which was probably great for the people that were genuinely nice and didn't mean anybody any harm, but obviously gave a lot of opportunities to a lot of nasty people that did mean people harm. So I didn't expect this loading screen to last this long, because I'm running out of things to say.
Good evening, Vermont. This is your host on WKWB.
I need to do driving. I'm not frightfully good at this. At least I know what side of the road I need to drive on.
There's nothing like a perfect song to set the mood. So here's a track that'll make you feel right at home. Coming up next, Be Sincere by Ned and Ultimus. Stay warm and stay tuned.
This is surprisingly smooth. I like it, but I'm giddy hot. Don't mind the paint, it's fine. Why is someone talking over the music? It's spoiling it. Oh, well, now you've put some silly beat in it and you've ruined what was otherwise a rather nice song, but never mind. Let's do some power sliding onto the bridge. Zoom! Oh my giddy on. Maybe I might have zoomed a bit too much. Oh, shut up. Shut up, I thought you were playing some nice jazz, but you weren't. Right. I actually have no idea where we're going. I only hope that we're going the right way. Where the hell are we? This is like a bloody prison compound. This is a bit scary. Goodness. Alright, it's just a car. Don't have to panic yet. At least we're in a vaguely residential bit, so seems like the sort of place one might find a wee bed and breakfast. Let's not drive into a street lamp or a telephone pole, whatever the hell that is. Also, where's my GPS? There's not a sign of emergency before in my life. Giddy heart. Oh, we made it! Huzzah and hooray! We didn't die, at least not yet. The media makes a big thing out of sort of religious signs on billboards and things. Is that a? I drove past our cabin at first. Oh, bollocks! I don't know where it is. Let me just reverse into the middle of the freeway. That doesn't seem dangerous. Is that it? I feel like that might possibly be it. Beware of dog. Maybe that's not it. Where are we? We should be getting close. Do you remember the address? I think it was 241. That doesn't bloomin' help. I can't see the house numbers. Let me just crash into this person's. No, short. I've only crashed into a post box. I was out of practice with driving. You are telling me. I'm gonna pretend like it's definitely here. Oops! I definitely didn't crash. This should be it. Well, if it's not, we better just take ownership of it now, because they want us to pay for the new garage door. Thought you were just going to keep driving there. Why? Because I just drove past the place without knowing where I was going. I'll turn the lights off. I don't know how to do that. Oh, goodness. I've pressed the wrong bits. Oh, my giddy aunt. It was a very cold night. A quaint little house in a quiet neighbourhood. This does seem vaguely peaceful. Ooh, and there's a basement. That's perfect for doing a bit of dying to a murderer in. Right. Oh yes, this is indeed the place. It has the house number on it and everything. Do I remember the code? The answer to that is no. What? Left mouse button to slide? To slip and slide? Oh, hang on. I've got to look at the numbers again. 5176. Right, that's 5. That's a number 1. What was it again? You have a short-term memory of a goldfish. I've gone past it already. Oh, for crying out loud, I'm not very good at this. What was the first number again? 5176. Yeah. Oh, I've gone past it again, like some sort of a goon. Huzzah! I've got the key and everything. Crying out loud, reminds me of going to university. Alright, I thought that swaying tree there was something scary, but I don't think that it is. Right, let's get on with life. Here we are. Let's throw some stuff on the floor, because we own this place now, so we can make as much mess as we like. Okay, yes, they must have left out the lavender for us. You deal with your business, whilst I will go and steal the best bedroom. Whilst I'm gone, can you put the groceries away? Should be enough space in the fridge. Alright, I shall do that. I thought we were just going to live off takeaways, but never mind. The house was cosy and well furnished. I've managed to get myself inside. Hooray! And they left all the lights on, which is weird. Never mind. Let's open the fridge. Indeed, the ice zone. That sounds like a level from a video game. Just call it the frickin' freezer. Is it true? Is it true that sometimes Americans call the sort of the freezer section of a combined fridge freezer? Do they call it a cold cube? Is that true? I had to open the cooler first. Oh, I can't just put this. I can't just put this here. All right, let us open this. Here we are. I shall put some milk. Put some milk in. There we are. I don't really know where the milk goes, but at least it's just the best milk. Right. Hang on. How do I? Right. It seems I don't click on the door. It seems I click on the main bit of the fridge, and then it works. Right. We have some yogurt, indeed, with this adorable little cow on it. Very nice indeed. We also have some eggs. The best eggs. Straight out of the chicken's arse by the looks of it. We have here some lettuce. How frightfully boring. Something in green fishnets tights, it seems. Fair dues. Some more things in green fishnets tights. And some peppers. Right. It's not really enough for a meal, but we won't worry about it. Alright. I had to close the mini fridge for picking it up. You call it a mini fridge? Like from a mini fridge is the size of that little cold cube. That seems like a full-size fridge to me, but never mind. Maybe American fridges are bigger. Sorry about that. You alright? Long drive and all. Pizza really did a number on me. Are you trying to apologise for all of the farts I had to put up with on the drive-in? Alright, the groceries have been put away. Thank you for handling that. This place looks rather nice. It's just got a rustic charm you don't see anymore. I assure you, mate, it's all downhill from here. It's nice to get away from the city. Right, I'll start unpacking our bags. Good. Just close that. There we are. Can I shut this now? I have closed the fridge, but we won't worry about it. Alright, why do you have to go to the bathroom so many times in this series of video games? I was about to say it's unnatural. No, it's not. But I get the art. Just open a window. Oh, this takes me back. Takes me back to the very first Fears to Fathom game. My goodness, those were simpler times, weren't they? Right. Right. Again, we're just going to get on with life, and we're just going to let it be finished with. Yep. At least my ears are telling me that it's all going down. Hopefully down the U-bend. Right. Is it over yet? I hope so. Oh, good. Right. What? Text Rick. Oh yes, I need to say that that I'm here. Hello, we have arrived. You have nice place. I promise to go back to school and learn how to spell. I promise not to fart in your bed too much. Still can't spell, but won't worry. But what's the point of having a functionality of sending rude messages if I can't actually send them? It's not fair. Right. Moving on with life. I hate to... This isn't Go to the Bathroom Simulator. It's not about realism. It's just about... I don't know what it's about. I don't know what this game is about. I haven't found that out yet. I feel good. Right, ready to check out the place? You seem to be checking out the inside of the door with some great degree. Right. Shall we try this again? Scrub-a-dub-dub-dub-dub. You didn't see nothing. Everything's fine. Right. Why has this man left his toothbrush here? Doesn't matter. Let's shut the door so that he can carry on living his life. And I like that the guy left his fire going. His living room is bigger than my whole apartment. Yes. It's a bit depressing, isn't it? It's a bit depressing, and it's a bit true. Hey, he left us a crossword to do in case we get most frightfully bored and the world's tiniest record player that you could only play a single on. Interesting. There's a picture of a grumpy lady. She's probably been listening to me yammer on for the last hour. I can't much say that I bloomin' blame her. A dinosaur! And many... A Ouija board! Alright, there seems to be a game of Monopoly there, which makes sense. And a chess set, that's lovely. Why a Ouija board? Why am I picking this up? Can I pick up other things? Yes, I can. Good. Right. I'm just going to bury the frickin' Ouija board so that... No. That's funny. That's funny. I'm just going to bury the Ouija board so that nobody ever has to see it. There we are. Hey, I promised not to fart in his bed. I didn't promise not to make a frickin' mess everywhere. Right. Can I look at his things? Oh goodness, that is an old computer. And I can't for the life of me remember which one it is, even though I'm supposed to know a little bit about 80s computers, and another tiny record player. Alright, never mind that. I can't pick up the dinosaur, and this makes me sad. Alright, let's, I'm slightly stuck. Would you mind getting out of the way? I'll hit you in the face with some mega rounds if you don't get out of my way. Move your bum, man. Oh my giddy aunt, it's like in Fallout or Skyrim, one of your companions gets stuck in a door. Oh, move your butt, man, or I shall lock you in there and never let you out. You can stay in there with a bloody Ouija board. Dear, can we go out and have a look at the garden? Oh, we can, yeah, sorry, I've got something in my schnoz at the minute that keeps tickling me. Oh, this is nice. I thought you'd shut me out then, which frankly would have been reasonable after the things I did to you. Right, it's a big spade here, which would be excellent for burying some bodies. It's getting very cold. Yeah, I was about to go inside, but it might have been ever so slightly warmer, but we won't worry about that. What do we have in here? Any lights? Aha! This guy must really like fishing. It can be fun. It's not my personal cup of tea, but alright. Left mouse button to get close. Hopefully not emotionally. How does this work? Frozen prawns. Frozen prawns. Sorry. I don't know where it came from. Looking at the chess set, honest. It didn't mean anything else. I was spelling it with a A and a W, and not in any different way. All right. This is from the fishing enclave. You can't see that, but it's just around the back here. Presumably they go fishing in power armor with plasma rifles. All right, let's not worry about this. Let's not worry about any of this. There's some paintbrushes and some sort of some sort of chart or a table on a piece of paper. All right, everything seems to be fine. Let's can I peek? I can peek. I like doing that. Right, let's shut that door behind and see if there's anything else that we can have a little poke around with. Can we go outside? Oh, we can actually. That genuinely surprises me. I wouldn't have thought they'd actually make this much of a game. Oh, look! There is a strumming instrument with which we can make sounds, and a jerry can with which we can burn some bodies as well. Yes, haven't been fishing before. Let's do some fishing. Alright. I also don't know why I'm able to look that way and look that way, but I can't look that way. But alright, I just hear me sitting sideways on the chair. Like some sort of brain-damaged Commander Riker. Alright. I don't presume I'm meant to actually be out here at the moment. I think I've got the wrong end of the stick. Oh, good. Another axe. Good. Good. I'm glad there's so many devices here with which we can do much murdering and much dismemberment of remnants. I approve of that enormously. At least he can shut the door behind him, which is more than I can say of some people. Right, I think we have seen enough, and we have engaged in enough frivolity. Oh, is there a painting here? Could be vaguely interesting. See what sort of abstract Lovecraftian beast he has been painting. What's through here? Ow, my face. Ooh, the basement. The spooky, spooky basement. It doesn't like some. Make it slightly less spooky. Right, what? No access to guests. A totally normal basement. This reminds me a bit of your college dorm. Are you sure? I don't smell the long bleach cush here. What the sun is that? Wonder what this guy doesn't want us to see. I don't know. Some sort of dungeon, presumably, with shackles and things. How exciting. Alright, we shan't worry about any of that. We'll, here is a boiler, which presumably we will, need to stare at, shake our heads, and then swear at disapprovingly after it inevitably breaks. If my experience of central heating is anything to go by. So, alright, it doesn't seem like there's much to do up there, so I'm going to leave him to shut the door behind him, because he seems to be rather good at that. Alright. There's a really rather large teddy bear here, which shouldn't frighten me, but somehow it does. Alright, let's go and see if we can pick ourselves a bedroom. This is not a bedroom. This is a room with some spanners and pliers and things in. Again, those might come vaguely in handy. Oh, a torch. Indeed. Do some CIA interrogations on you. Right, I think we'll leave that there until we need it. We're in this situation. Would you get out of the way, mate? Thank you. I think it just about solved that problem by slamming a door into his face. Next person that does that is getting the pair of pliers attached to their teeth. Who are you? You're Rick, aren't you? Right. Meet a lovely couple. We are merely friends. Silly me. Didn't expect anybody to be here. I didn't pay $100 a night to bed share with somebody. I was out looking for my cat earlier and remembered the TV has been on the fritz here, so I thought I'd stop by and get it working again, since the last few folks left a bad word for it. Right. So you were out looking for your cat, and then you thought, oh goodness, my friend has a busted television. I better mend that for him. You'll pardon me if I'm not quite that neighbourly myself. Also, if you were looking for your cat, why don't you have a coat on? Strange man. They say, treat your guests like family. My family doesn't go without TV. There seems to be a lot of crazy people that live around here. Speaking of that, now that you folks are here, let me show you around my home. So, this is your home. So, Right. I'm going to stop asking questions, because clearly I don't understand anything. I'd be a bad owner if I didn't give you a grand tour. I've already urinated in your sink, mate. The host was a middle-aged man with a nervous energy. You mean we don't get this place just to ourselves? You're gonna be here too? Alright. I guess the fun that you were planning before Nora got here has been cancelled. Well and truly. It is your shower. It is the thing that will make you feel like you're bathing under a waterfall in the Amazon jungle. And the sink doesn't work. Oh, good. I guess you could, like, take the thing from the shower and sort of hold it over the sink and wash your hands with it, but I'll get that bended for you. So you wasted time on the television, which is not a necessity, and you didn't spend time even on the sink, which is more of a necessity, but never mind. Where's this shower I've heard so much about? This is less of a bathroom, more of a bath closet. But never mind. This room has a nice view. You think that's nice? Wait till I show you the deck. Now follow me, please. Can we have a look out the window? Not really. I can have a look through the plants, but we won't worry about that. Are you coming in a minute? I'm just doing my exercises. Just making sure I'm staying in excellent physical condition. Pair of scissors here. These might come in handy in a minute for defending myself, along with pliers and all the rest of the stuff I use. Alright, little utility room. Little balcony with a little tiny step for a small leprechaun to sit on, presumably. This is nice. This is also very cold. I'm glad that you like it. This is one of my favourite spots. The view from the deck is quite beautiful. It is a good spot for fishing too. From the deck? Either there's a pond which we can't see because it's been frozen and snowed over, or he's got a mightily long rod, like my friend Billy in the old rhyme. Alright, let's head back in before we get cold. That seems reasonable. This is going to be interesting if there's going to be like 3 people in the game at all times, rather than just a character being on their own all the time, which is what we've seen before. Seems to have been hiding secret magazines about priests or something. I really know what that's about. This is the cupboard. Yes, we keep things in here. If you need anything, tools, extra blankets, it's all in here. If the power goes out, you can use this torch on my right. Storms like these, you never know. Thank you. I definitely didn't see it earlier when I was poking around all your stuff. Let's go back downstairs. Alright. I shut this bloody television off before it drives me to drink. There we are, all better. You didn't shut the door behind you. I am on me way. I'm trying to keep this place blooming tidy. I seem to have more respect for your home than you do. Right. I might have already put all of my stuff in the fridge. Yes, indeed, yes. Sorry about that. You see the knob? I really don't want to deal with your knob, mate. Turn the knob up for more cooling and down to cool it off. To say to cool something off means to make it colder, but up for more cooling means it's also getting more cold. Am I the only person that this doesn't make any sense to? Probably, because I'm the only person that's watching this that is completely clinically nutty. I tend to keep it low in the winter. The bill gets out of control. Speaking of winter, I better show you the water heater. That's probably in the basement, and he might make reference to the secret room that we're not supposed to go into, that I'm, as soon as he leaves, going to find a massive hammer and break my way in there. Don't tell him that, though. This is the secret room that we don't go in. I couldn't open the door. It's rather brazen to even try. Nothing to worry about here. Here, just the water heater and some little storage stuff. Ever stops working, just hit the button at the bottom. The power light will fire right up, and you'll be back in business. Oh, alright. That's surprisingly straightforward. I'm guessing this is the room we don't go in here. What's the deal with that room over there? Nothing you two need to concern yourselves with, just the place where I buried my ex-wives. I kind of use this basement as storage. Renters don't really need the space. They really ought to keep upstairs. What things are you storing? Let us carry on with our lives. I'm scared. Did I mention? No, maybe I ought to keep it to myself. The fella I bought this house from, he told me his mother died down here. Some guests have reported hearing voices at night, said they could hear something shuffling around down here. Get in, that's a granny game. Not to scare you, but if I were you, I wouldn't come down here too much. My kitty answer. Personal frickin' space. Ahem. Looks on your face says, ha ha ha, I'm only joking. You, sir. At this point my creep meter was quietly pinging at around a 6 out of 10. If you don't behave yourself, I shall suffocate you with a large teddy bear. Snow's though to pick up. I'm going to hit the road now. Oh, you are leaving. Excellent. I don't wish to be mean, but kindly go away and make things less scary. What was the name on the booking? I must be getting old. My name's Sydney. Sydney. That's right. I have a suspicion that this isn't actually Rick. But we won't worry about it. It's just me, or is that dude super weird? Very weird indeed. Anyway, let's go see if there's anything good on the television. I might take a quick wash. I'll find something to watch while you're in there. Let me know if it feels like you're under a waterfall. Yes, yes, I'm sure it'll feel just like Tarzan. Right, I'm off to do... I'm really glad this is not one of those games where you can look down and see the character's body, otherwise it might become ever so slightly unbroadcastable. Alright, let's shut some more doors. I never understand why people have these sort of little corridor areas as sort of faux sitting rooms. Does anyone actually just sit here and do stuff with the toilet paper? What do people do in this room with the toilet paper? Which means they need the toilet paper afterwards. I don't know, and I don't want to know. What? Singer invader from space reveals truth about nut allergies. I'm so sorry. So what you're trying to tell me is that some sort of vocalizing vagabond from Mars has landed on Earth and said that all the people who explode after eating nuts were actually just fibbing the whole time. Right. Get to some business. I'm so glad that the screen is just all dark. I'm very grateful for that. Call me some sort of, 21st century progressive lunatic, but I might try, getting undressed before getting in the shower. But maybe it saves on laundry bills at my face. Maybe the reason these protagonists in these horror games don't have reflections is because their faces are so utterly battered, bruised, and bashed from... Oh my god, I got pushed into the shower. Every time I open one of these doors, I smack myself in the face. I'm so sick of it. My face must be so bashed up. Alright, never mind. All cleaned up and washed. My kitty, you scared the living hell out of me. Don't do that. Man alive. What are you planning to do with that lengthy rod, good sir? Trying to catch us some dinner. I'll even mention that would be a pretty epic addition to the trip, but it's cold out there. Oh dear. What would make this trip more epic than catching our own dinner? How about ordering a pizza and eating it in the warm? That sounds pretty epic to me. Alright, there's another rod in the shed. We can both give it a shot. Oh my giddy, this is going to go so badly. Alright. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I had to pick between hot weather and cold weather, I'd pick cold weather every day of the week. But all the same, I'm not sure that standing out here in the freezing cold in the dead of December is going to do us any good. Also, isn't the river just going to be completely frozen over? Right, where's the other rod? Where is that? What have you done with it? I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Can I catch a fish with a paintbrush? I somehow doubt that's how the universe works. Seriously, where's the other rod? I can't find... Oh, it's here on the wall! I didn't realise. Right, there's a little, that swinging hook is dangerous. You're going to take someone's eye out with that. I saw a killer recipe for a baked carp. Yes, let's hope that they happen to be in this tiny little stretch of river we've got next to our place. You'll need to catch 3 carp though. That sounds like a very big recipe. Alright, first things first, we need the right bait for the carp. Check out the bait board. How convenient. Whenever you're ready, grab a carp bait and head to the creek. We're going to catch us some carp. Right, in my, on the upper right hand side of the screen. I am going to freaking take your head off with this thing, mate. Oh man, I you swing me right round, baby. Oh dear. Yeah, on the upper right hand side there's a little white box with the word bait under it, so presumably I haven't got any bait yet. Alright, what do I need for carp? The chances of catching, yeah, these are the different things I can catch. But, oh here we are, common carp. I need some sweet corn called golden lure. Alright, let's see if we can find some golden lure. Oh my giddy aunt, this is so difficult to read. Those are tomatoes. I don't know what any of these things are. It's beef stew. How do you put stew on the end of a hook? How does that work? I'm a little bit confused. Oh, hang on. Are these the things I need? No, that's the cheese. That's the maggot. Oh, here's the golden lure. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be using this stuff. I was supposed to be using this stuff right under my nose the whole time. Right. Let's hold this. Just put it on the hook. There we go. Can I pop this down now? Oh goodness! What did I do? I made a swinging noise. Don't know how I did that. Right. Oh! I keep swinging my thing. I seem to have. Oh, I'm casting my line like I'm trying to catch Big Bertha. Right. Don't mind the fact that I just threw a. Don't mind the fact that I threw a tiny hook on the end of a string attached to a piece of sweet corn at you, mate. It wasn't personal. I'm going to sit here by the... No, I'm not going to sit here. Excuse me, so while I just give you a haircut back here. I wanted to sit next to the jerry can of explosive juice. I don't think that's going to happen. Alright, I still don't know why it thinks I'm sat in this direction instead of being sat over here, but never mind. Right, let's... right mouse button to put on hook. What does that mean? Press left mouse button to cast. Here we go. Cast. Yes, like a casting director in a film or something. Oh goodness! Oh, how what does this do? I don't know how this works. Am I supposed to? Am I supposed to keep this on the fish? Oh goodness! I got one and everything. I'm goblins again. I know when you put the head on. That's the best looking fish I've ever seen in my life. No, I need to stop. I need to stop. I need to stop. I need to stop. Sorry, that fish is the most googly-eyed thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful model. I love that to pieces. Oh dear. Okay, right. How do I? Oh no, I'm standing up again. Alright. What if I approach it from a different angle? Will that help? Yes, there we are. And I can look in all the right directions. Right. Sorry. It puts some more bait on the hook. I'm going to cast over there. Oh dear. I do apologise. That probably wasn't supposed to be entertaining, but my goodness, did I find it most amusing. Right. Oh goodness, there's another one. This is a surprising way of doing this, but it's fun. Oh, good. Yes, we've got it again. Right. Let's not. What are all the fish you catching then? What under the sun are they? Piranhas. Let's yeah. Let's get on with this and get back inside so that we can stop freezing to death and laughing our asses off. Right. hook actually seems to be all the way over there for some bizarre reason, over in the bank rather than anywhere else. But hooray, we did everything! Yeah. Alright, looks like we've got the carp. Do you want to head back in and throw these in the oven for dinner? Wait, don't you need to, like, fillet them first? Alright, let's get on with life. I'm not wholly sure we should be, I'm not wholly sure that you can trust me with this ruddy hook. So, we might just move very swiftly on with our lives. On the menu, this one said that it was about 2 hours long, and the fact that we're an hour and 15 minutes in already either means that I can't like put this down at all, can I? Yeah, kitty aunt. Seemingly not now. This either means that I'm going very slowly and I'm not more than halfway through, or this is taking a nice sort of slow burn to how it does its spooks. Hello, friend. While I'm cleaning the fish, do you mind prepping the marinade? I don't know how to do that. Just take a bowl and throw together ginger paste, cooking oil, black pepper, salt, Italian seasoning. That seems a bit vague. Not all seasoning from Italy is the same, but alright. I'll see what I can do. I don't know why the camera got weirdly zoomed in there, but never mind. Can I don't want to put the sweet corn in there. Can I put this bloomin' thing down, please? Yeah, I should probably get rid of this, shouldn't I? Sorry. I need to get rid of this quickly before someone gets ashamed of me. No, how do I put this blooming thing down? Never mind. What if I try picking up something else? Like the yogurt. I know we needed the yogurt, didn't we? I can't pick up the yogurt. This is going to be a problem. Right, I need to find some way of... Kitty, I bashed my face on the screen door! I need to find some way of putting this bloody thing down, because at the moment this is proving to be a bit of a problem. There we are, that's better. I had forgotten that you could press G to chuck things about. Alright, now we can get on with the industriousness of our culinary excellence. Alright, let's put some yogurt in here. There we are, and some olive oil. I don't think we brought any olive oil. That might be olive oil? Yes, indeed, extra virgin. Yes, indeed. Frankly, I wouldn't want to buy anything, virgin oil or otherwise, that had been very, very, very thoroughly shagged, but we won't worry about that. There we are, bowl and everything. What else do we need? It's nothing else that's in the fridge, so let's see what else we've got. Some paprika! Here we are, needed some of that. Is this the salt and the pepper? There we are. I love that I'm putting the bowls in here as well, not even mixing it. Italian seasoning and some ginger. What else do we have here? That's garlic. I don't think we want that. That's Italian seasoning. I don't know any Italians, right? But I'm pretty sure that this would offend them. Alright, kitty out. Should I just chuck down the floor? Alright, let's pop that in there and see if we can find this ginger stuff. Let's see what else we have got round here. Is this ginger? I do not know. I can't seem to find what I'm looking for. It's in the cupboards. Doesn't seem to be in the cupboards. Maybe I should close that. Actually, it's not in here, is it? Ginger paste? Would you keep a paste in here? I don't know what that is. Butter, presumably. I don't know. It's not. Oh, this is the ginger. I looked completely straight past the word ginger and just saw the word garlic. Alright, I have made the marinade. I don't know what to do with it, but alright. Do you not think you want to move that first? Do you mind throwing the marinade and the fish in the casserole while I chop the vegetables? Alright. Here we are. Put that in there. I had to add the fishes first. That's not the appropriate pluralization, friend. And my giddy aunt, that was an impressive bit of balancing. What did you do with the fish? Oh, you've put them in here, right? You know, when you washed it, I thought you might possibly take the heads off, but apparently not. Alright. Let's pop these in here. Excuse me, Mr. Fish, your time has come. Oh. What the hell did we... Why did you make me stand out there in the freezing cold for 3 if you only wanted 2? I don't know the answer to this question. But if you're not careful, you might find a fishing rod shoved up your behind. Right, I need the marinade. There we are. Frankly, this looks like I've sneezed all over them. And now I need to add the vegetables. Needs to go in for 30 minutes at 400 degrees. Ah, yes, of course, because you're cooking at Fahrenheit, which is a number that I cannot possibly comprehend with my brain. Right, there we are. It's open to the oven. Pop that in there and set it to go in. Oh. I thought he was here to share my victory. But no, he had abandoned me. Left me to live with the fishes alone. Right, everything's going to go marvellously. I guess we should wait for it to cook. How about we play some board games? I saw some in the other room. Yes, I saw too many of them. I remember, because I had to throw some at your face to get you out of the doorway. Which one? Grab whichever one catches your eye. Can't wait to see what you pick out. Oh, gosh. I find myself wondering who left that door open. I don't want to get the Ouija board, but at the same time, I find myself wondering why there's some mess down here and there's no plants in these pots. Never mind. Yes, this frickin' mess that I've made. Do you want to... this is ages 14 to adult. Yes, because 13-year-olds and Ouija boards just aren't safe. But 14-year-olds now, that's an age group that can handle this sort of thing. Apparently so. Molly once told me how she contacted her dead grandmother through one of those things. Yes, and she definitely hadn't just had one too many beers. Can't stand her spiritual. Yes, indeed. Remember how the dude was acting weird in the basement? What if we tried this down there? Oh, we can talk to the dead shuffle mother. Yes, I'm sure that's going to go tremendously. Next person that smashes me in the face with a door is going to get, words shall be said, and they shan't be frightfully polite ones. Watch out for spiders down here. Don't worry, I shall squash them with a box. Why are we doing this down here by this teeny tiny table? Oh, we're not doing it down here, we're just collecting a teeny tiny table. This seems like a really freaking dumb idea, but alright. Okay, here we go. You don't want to make this even spookier. I don't think this needs to get any spookier, but alright. Let's turn all of the lights and see if this thing works. You know, friend, you know, the whole point of a Ouija board is that you can read the letters that the little whatever the hell you call it that you move around highlights. If there's no lights, we won't be able to see the letters, and we won't know what it's writing. Right. How do I turn the lights on? Let's turn that off. There we are. Let's step in the right direction. And turn that off. I turn this one off. I don't know. I don't know where it's plugged in. Maybe I'm supposed to leave that one on. I don't know. Alright. We're not turning all the lights off, just most of them. Alright, do you know how this works? Yes! It doesn't work, because it's been scientifically disproven several times, but we won't worry about that. I mean, there's some sort of science behind all sorts of various people and sort of little micro movements in the hands, I think, sort of moving things around, but that wouldn't lead to any kind of intelligible speech. But maybe they're just trying to communicate with dyslexic ghosts that struggle with spelling. I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Here's how it works. First, we place our fingers lightly on the planchette. Oh, yes, I have heard that term before. Then we ask questions, and the spirits, if there are any, will move the planchette to spell out the answers. But for some reason, despite having transcended to another realm, they're not physically capable of moving a small piece of plastic. So we have to do that ourselves. You'll forgive me if I'm not wholly behind this. Anyway, that will spell out the answers, or at least that's what Molly told me. Alright, one more thing. Never take your fingers off the planchette until we say goodbye. Otherwise, we may tick off some spirits, she said. How old is Molly? About 60? Who under the sun says tick off anymore? Never mind. Alright, you go first. Do you want us to leave? Oh dear. If I was a ghost, that is all I would do. I would say, look mate, I worked hard for this house. Get out of here. Are there any spirits who wish to talk to us? Doesn't seem to be saying anything. NJM. These aren't words. This is... Oh, there's a spirit here. No, because only your hand is on it and not mine? Okay, I have one too. It's your question. How's the afterlife treating you, buddy? It's a bit informal, but hey, alright. What does this say? I don't know when it's just moving around randomly and when it's actually starting to spell out words correctly. Is that J... I have no idea what that was trying to spell. What is... maybe we should ask sort of yes and no questions in the hope that they just respond with yes or no instead of spelling out words because I can't read that quickly. Do you live in this house? Which really doesn't seem quite so convincing when it's just him doing it, but we won't worry about that. It may be writing out words. Unfortunately, I have no idea what those words are because I am not wholly sure what letters it is hovering over, and I don't know when it's just moving around on its own or when it's actually settling on a letter. So it might be saying stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have the faintest idea what it is. Alright, what's your question? Give us a sign. Let us know you're here. Is this going to be a small explosion? What? No! Don't run away! I'm frightened. I'm not usually one to believe in ghosts or spirits, hence me spending the last 20 minutes talking absolute bollocks about this. Oh, the door wouldn't open. Oh, how spookylicious. Let's turn the lights back on. Feel a bit less scared then. Right. Would you stop being such a big fraidy cat? Everything is fine. Some freaky things going on down there. Yeah, and we made most of them happen by turning all the lights out and playing with a silly game. That was weird. The weird part was how you ditched me. I figured you'd move too. Would have been nice if you turned around and checked. Have you ever heard of fight or flight? Yeah, I've also heard of people standing there and fighting. We won't worry about it. I'm sorry. Oh, go forth and multiply. Alright, let's eat some fish and pretend like everything's fine. I might have used oven gloves or something. Right. I think the show is about to come on. Do you want to watch TV while we eat? Alright. I don't seem to have much choice in this. Alright, I'm going to try and suppress all of my various hiccups. Why is the head still on there? You're just going to eat it off the skeleton? Alright, I guess I'll turn the...
back to cooking
No,
with
no,
Jeffrey.
no,
I'm Jeffrey,
and
today we
I
will
don't
be
want to watch
cooking
this.
Asparagus chocolate.
No,
cake.
no, can I eat this as quickly as humanly possible, please? I don't even care about... I have actually just eaten the head, I've just realised, which is pretty freaking scary. Let's just eat the entire thing as quickly as possible so that I
Flows
don't
down the
have
river
to...
like a mayonnaise water park. So first, we are
No,
gonna
no, don't get
prepare
drawn
the
in, Phil.
asparagus.
Don't get drawn in. Just ignore it. Just block it out. Just think about other things like kittens and rainbows and managers made of marshmallows and move on with your life. I was done with it. Hooray! We can leave now.
Cocoa beans.
Yes, that was lovely.
Yes.
Have to rain on my parade. It was no Moe's Pizza, but I thought it turned out well. Oh, I didn't actually know what I said. I wasn't really paying much attention.
Fancy flavor
I just checked my emails real quick, left my laptop upstairs. I was taking a break from work. It's not work, it's just waiting on shipment details for my new DS. My Gideon, that takes me back. Alright, I'll sort out the dishes to say sorry for me apparently being rude.
But
I remember that television program from the last game that we played. It was traumatic then, and it's somehow worse now. Right, I pick up the plate. There we go. Man alive. If you weren't going to eat the head, it seems a little strange to cook it. You could have just... Oh, I don't know. Where's the bin? Are we not going to scrape the food into the bin? Oh, right. The remains of the food just magically vanish. I didn't realise that America was quite so technologically advanced. I am impressed. Alright. Let's... You know, it might help get the dishes cleaner if you clean them one at a time, but we won't worry about that. Alright. Everything's fine. Presumably. Man alive. The old iMessage sound effect. It's very evocative of an era, isn't it? Back in those days. Alright, what's going on with this now? Pulling into the parking garage now. You downstairs yet? I think there's someone under my bed. Can you come upstairs? Oh dear. This man, and I use the term man generously, appears to think that he is 5 and there is a monster under his bed. Don't make sounds. Walk slowly. I'll crouch and sneak eyes. Sneaky, like a sneaky ninja! I'm going to look under the bed and it's going to be him and he's going to spook me and it's going to be a massive prank, isn't it? That's what it's going to be! Yes, that's exactly what I thought it was. You're lucky I don't currently have a carp in my hand, otherwise I might just smack you with it. Oh, what the hell? I totally got you. That was fun, wasn't it? Yes, absolutely hilarious. Oh, come on, it was just a joke. You want to go for the next round? What? How about a hide and seek? Oh, for goodness sake. You really are just an overgrown child, aren't you? Alright, I'm gonna stop sitting on my knees. And, I need to go hide somewhere. I am going to, yes, I'm going to go hide in the basement. Oh, no. This seems a very childish game to play, but alright. Some spooky noises. Alright, let's go hide in the basement. I'll turn the lights off so that we're harder to see. What? I decided to hide in the nook under the stairs. What? Oh, I didn't know this was here. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's interesting. I was turning the microphone off using its feature and it didn't seem to work. I don't actually know what microphone it's tapping into. Possibly the one in the camera? That would be my best guess. I think that's the only other microphone that's actually attached to the computer at the moment. Come on now. I know you're in there. Was that Mike or someone? Hello. It wasn't even a challenge. I figured you'd be good at this since I never find you in the city. Maybe you just need to look harder. Alright, my turn to hide now. You better close your eyes and start a counting. I so haven't closed my eyes. Alright, I'm going to close my eyes while staring at the spooky door. Because there definitely isn't going to be anything spooky when we open them. What? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. What the hell are you There's only one river called the Mississippi, at least as far as my geography goes. What is the purpose of this? Is this some sort of mnemonic to ensure that your words are sort of 1 second apart? Is that the idea? I don't know. No comment. Alright, I'm on my way. I'm going to get a broom and chase you with it. Alright, let us begin a thorough investigation. Is he hiding amongst the mess of board games? No, he isn't. Alright, I'm going to take something with me so that I can chuck it at him when I find him. There seems to be a off-brand game of Jenga. Man alive is like working for the bloody BBC, not able to mention any brand names. You hiding in the bathtub? Of course not, that'd be too hygienic for you, wouldn't it? Alright, yes, I am going to slag this man off enormously while I attempt to hunt him. You're hiding outside? Presumably not, because you'd probably get frostbite rather quickly. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Are you hiding in the storage cupboard? Hiding behind the door? No, I'm not. Are you hiding in a washing machine? No. You hiding under the balcony? No. You hiding under the leprechaun chair? No. Alright. He has not picked the obvious places. Let's have a look in the bedroom. Doesn't seem to be any villains. And yet there's clearly someone in there. Prep for jump scare number 3. Hello. Hang on, I think I heard something upstairs. We are upstairs. Yeah, fool me once. No kidding, I really heard something sliding up there. Didn't you hear it? No, because there's no other upstairs. This house only has one extra floor. I swear on my life I heard something. I saw this attic door access in here. Oh, that I didn't know about. Oh, how? Don't do that, it's spooky. I can't reach this without the step stool. Oh, step stool, what are you doing? Sorry, that was the most crass joke. Oh, this isn't the step stool. Oh, that must be my biological stool. Oh, sorry. Sorry, at this point I'm just a tired old man amusing myself with dirty jokes at this point. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I've got such a runny nose tonight. Never mind, never mind. Where's the stool? Oh, here are the steps. Let's just plonk up the steps and pop them here. There we are. Let's just climb up here and open this. Sorry. That's the most obvious bloody joke I could have picked. Oh dear, scary face. We've seen that in many a game, which suggests it's probably a royalty free asset. Oh goodness, we have found the Pusscat. Hello, Pusscat. What have you knocked over? Little box of playing cubes or something. Hello, Pussycat. Yep, yes. Rightfully happy Pussycat. Excellent. I'm glad to have a happy cat. When is the cat going to get sick of me? See, this, you furry monster, is what you are supposed to be aspiring to be. Quiet and cuddly. As opposed to howly and vicious, which is what you normally are. Alright, we seem to have found the cat, so nothing to worry about. This looks like a good hiding spot if I could get in it, which I don't think I can because I'm ever so slightly too portly. Alright, let's go back downstairs. 'Twas only a cat, nothing to worry about. Are you okay? What was up there? There's a lot of truth in this, but it's also a little cruel. It was just a cat. Oh, that's a relief. I was worried there for a minute. I think she was just hungry. Maybe we can give her one of the carp after I come find you again. Oh. Oh, alright. I just hide in the tool shed. Okay. I'll hide amongst the pliers. Alright. Fair enough. I'm gonna hide myself in a shallow grave if I'm not careful in a minute. Alright. Let's hide in here. I don't know where in here we're going to hide, because there doesn't actually seem to be anywhere in here that we can hide. But, alright. Let's, just peek. You can see when he's coming. Good. In the meantime, I can clear this smudge off my glasses. This game really is taking a much slower burn than I would have expected. I would have expected a hell of a lot more spooky pookiness by now. Although the what was it? Was it the third one? The hitchhiking one? I think. Hang on, I see something moving. Oh, it's him! He's hunting. Yeah, was it the hitchhiking one? I saw something move in the doorway. I feel like the hitchhiking one had a slow burn as well. I swear upon a star I saw something moving in the doorway. It was him. Hello! Sort of defeats the object of the game here, but hello. Yeah. I swear I saw something. There you are! And here I am! It took me a while to figure out you'd left the house. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. My turn. Maybe it's time for bed. I'll hide in the house, and we're headed back in anyway. You find me, and then we will go to our separate beds separately. Our separate ways. Oh, yeah, sorry, I need to stand here in the garden with my eyes shut in the freezing cold because this isn't the slightest a bit dangerous. Right, and again with this bizarre mnemonic that I don't quite understand the purpose of. Alright, I'm on my way. He said it'd be somewhere in the house. Let us see if he was telling the truth. He was being a big fibber. A distributor of many porcupines. Let us see. Is he hiding in the fridge? Amongst the lettuces? He would not appear to be. Is he hiding in the bath again? Or for the first time, is he hiding in the bin? Presumably not, no. What the hell was that noise? Sounds like there's maybe something in the basement making a bit of a ruckus. Everything seems to be fine. Yes, everything's fine. I don't know what we're worrying about. There's no reason to hide in Harry Potter's bedroom. We might as well just get on with our lives. Right. We've searched 2 floors already, and we're doing frightfully well. Let's just make sure there's no mysterious murderers out there. There would not appear to be, no. I do like this though. This sort of little layout of the house. It reminds me very much of the house in the first game, which is nice. Nice sort of end where we began, so to speak. Let's see if he is hiding amongst the room of utility. An economist's favourite room. Right, no, let's leave this absolutely ghastly joke behind, and see what else we can find. Presumably he's not in here, otherwise I'd have seen him when I came up the stairs. Although I actually have no memory of seeing that door being open before, which is a bit weird. We won't worry about that. Maybe he's hiding in the attic. Yes, let's have a quick look and see if he's in the attic. That seems like the sort of sneakerlicious place that someone might hide. Hello, pussycat. You sound almost as grumpy as my cat. Alright, excuse me, sir, I'll just get my hair out of your pants if you don't mind. Terribly sorry, didn't realise you were drying your laundry up here. And, yeah, alright. If we actually get to, as I think we did in the last game, a point where I actually need to remain utterly silent, and... Oh, it's you again. What did the son of you come back to do? Other than fix the sink, which admittedly I was complaining about before, but I didn't actually want you to come back and sort it. Well, hey there. Why have you come back? I'm fixing the faucet. You got a problem with that? You might have said something. This is my house. I don't need to check in with you every time I fix something. I've never seen anybody fix a faucet with a hammer. In fairness, I've never seen Jeremy Clarkson try to fix a sink, but if he did try to fix one, that's probably how he'd do it. You ever fix many faucets yourself, young man? Didn't think so. I'd imagine you don't know what tools you'd need. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. How long have you been back? I just got here a couple of minutes ago, and instead of sitting down and crying over the cat that you weren't able to find because it's actually been in the attic this entire time, you decided to get a hammer and work out your frustrations on a bit of pipe. Alright. If you heard anything before, then it must have been that old lady, remember? Maybe you could fix it tomorrow. You asking me to leave? No, she's being polite. We rented this house and would like to have it to ourselves. I really don't want to have to call law enforcement. I don't think you've got that, I don't really think you've got that authority, but we won't worry about that. Ain't no cops in Woodbury, son. You think they're going to arrest the homeowner for fixing the faucet? I was just doing some work. If you can't handle that, it's your problem, not mine. We really should have hired a more expensive person. You know what? If you folks don't like me fixing faucets, I'll leave you to it. That's all I wanted in the first place, you slightly creepy man. The tap didn't work. Yes, that much is certain. Again, we could just wash our hands in here. We won't want to. It has vanished. Alright. Maybe we should just go to bed and let this whole ghastly night be over with. Let me lock the door. Okay. I'll let you do that as the blindness takes me. Away in the snow, just Mike and me, living together in roommate harmony. Right. Sorry, man. It was a long loading screen, right? I had to find something to do to amuse myself. After locking the door, we debated what to do. We agreed that something was off about Rick from the start. It seemed like he enjoyed making excuses to come over unannounced. In the end, we decided Rick was weird, but probably harmless. We attributed his behaviour to an extreme lack of social awareness. Oi! Stop with the personal attacks. Look, we already drove ourselves the way out here. Let's just enjoy it. But by that time, I was feeling really tired. I decided to get some rest. 11:39 p.m. At least there's no monsters out there. And a silent noise. I know, sort of rustling noise. Who are you? Oh, it's you. Alright. It's honestly when someone's banging on the door. Dear, oh dear. Do you mind if I come in? I'd like to talk about something. I'd like to talk to the cat and tell her that meowing in the middle of a recording is really rather rude. Alright, what do you wish to talk about? Do you wish to apologise for being such a complete goon? The storm is starting to get really bad. I can hardly see the truck in the driveway. I hope Nora is okay. She'll be alright, don't worry, and I'm here to keep you safe. Okay, totally, defo need that. It's no problem at all. Guys are supposed to watch over people they care about. I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody can do that regardless of what they've got between their legs. What a day. This wasn't exactly how I thought our getaway was going to go. Indeed, it has been a strange day. I thought his head was going to keep spinning there like in The Exorcist. Can you believe that guy? He just keeps wandering around this place like he owns the place. He does own the place. We're just renting it. You know what I meant. He shouldn't just barge into this place whenever he wants. We rented it after all. I mean, the guy is probably harmless, but I'm a bit frustrated. You've also been a little difficult to deal with. I know. If you'd go away and let us both get some sleep, maybe we'd feel a little bit better about life. Alright. Let's both just get some sleep in our own respective rooms. Is there a vase to hand that I could use to crack over this chap's skull? Yes, here we are. Some soil in there as well. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to have a little sit. The fact that this man's face has not moved as much as a millimetre in the 2 hours we've been playing this is frankly a little worrying. You know, I've missed this. Us just talking. It's been too long. And yet you seem to have nothing to say to me. You know, I saw this coming in 2 hours ago. I've about had it, right? Not interested. Not in the slightest. Where is this coming from, or would you be doing this if Nora was near? Oh dear. Where's all of this come from? Seems a bit sudden. Watch where you're putting those mittens of yours. You act like you don't remember our trip to Oregon. I remember it being really awkward. I suppose it was a little awkward. It didn't start out awkward, though. We'd had a lot to drink, and things happened, as they tend to do, which is why I don't drink anymore. SOS? What's going on? I don't know. I'm hoping maybe they can happen again. Just please say that if this does happen, the screen goes black and there's no bloomin' soundtrack that I have to listen to. I don't need that. I got enough of that when we accidentally listened to Nora's voice now. I don't need any more of it this evening. I don't know what to say. Just you let me worry about the details. I don't think this is the time or the place. I don't think that chap is going to be frightfully pleased with us if we mess up the bed sheets. Right, can I read those messages now? What's going on?
Guys, I think I'm about 70 miles away from Woodbury, and my stinking tire just blew out. It's snowing, and I'm on the side of the road on Highway 11 near Killington. There's a sign by the side of the road. It's hard to see. I think it says Kent Pond. The snow is like half a foot deep, and I can't get the lug nuts off the tire. I hate to ask, but can you two come get me?
She seems in good spirits of the situation, but alright. Alright, it seems there's no time for making mischief. We must, yes, indeed, we must go on a rescue expedition. I will make up a thermos of Horlicks, and we will be on our way. Indeed we can't. We had better get ready for our expedition. No, you stay here and get some sleep. There's no sense in us both freezing our asses off. I mean, alright, but if you leave me here alone in the dim, might get me. Alright, I'm sure you're still in pyjamas. Alright. You go put your life on the line, and I'll stay here and catch 40 winks. That sounds like a very equitable deal. Alright. Excuse me. We'll finish talking about this later. Get some rest and stay warm. If you really feel like we have to talk about this, I feel like I'd be quite happy never talking about this again with anybody for the rest of my life. But alright. Let's go to sleep. What? I shouldn't go to bed without locking the front door. Oh! I thought he was going to do this on the way out, but apparently not. Alright. Nope, he just left the door open. Alright. Are you sure it's safe to drive in this weather? Don't worry, I have driven in worse. Besides, Nora's probably freaking out more than you are. Alright, fair dues. Alright. Make sure you take care of yourself and lock all of the doors. I will. How about a hug? I mean, just in case you'll sleep when I get back, I kind of need one right now. Alright. If it'll get you out of my hair, then alright. Shut the door. How do I lock the door? How do I do this with difficulties? The answer to that question. Alright, let's espy him as he goes. Bye. He's gone now. Right. He's real worse driver than I am. Oh, that was really saying something. Alright, can I lock this door? Presumably not. Alright, at least the door is shut, so that's got to be a step in the right direction. Alright, time for sleeps. Oh dear, what an exhausting day. It's not even blooming over yet. I told myself things would get better if I just got some rest. Yes, indeed, things can only get better unless they're getting wetter. Nora always knew how to cheer me up, and I needed it more by the minute. With her arriving, I decided to rest in the meantime. I could snuggle with the cat. That would surely relax you. Actually, the cat tends to fall asleep on me quite regularly, which isn't very comfortable. For she has a rather portly mitten, so she is. There would appear to be somebody at the door. Presumably Mike did take a key with him. Who's out there? Realization that someone was out. It's like, oh, it's you again. Hello. Alert the hiker. Oh dear. Hi. I see you there, my friend. Please open the door. I am freezing out here. No. No. I'm just gonna lock the back door. And leave it at that, frankly. Yeah, alright. Drop the curtains or something. No, not that, honestly. Oh, go away. Out of my face. Can I spy you out of a different window? No, it looks like that's the only window that you can see him out of. Interesting. Right, well, it would appear that I have thoroughly screwed up everything. Am I actually supposed to let him in? Because I don't really want to do that. I'm a little bit frightened of him, and I'm only in my gym jams. So, you'll forgive me if I'd rather not do that. Can I text? How is life going with everyone else? Go away, or I will open this window and drop a flower pot on your head. I'd be freaking useless against a burglar. Oh dear, I really hope a burglar never breaks into my house, because I would be utterly unable to defend myself. Oh dear, can I try going back to bed, or will it not let me? Will it say there's someone at the door? Someone was at the door, yes. Which is not a good reason to not just go to bed, but alright. Oh, fine. Hello? Look, friend, I know it isn't ideal banging on your door in the middle of the night, but I'm in a bad spot here. Look. Go round the back. There, not like that. There's a shed, and there's some sweet corn in there. Eat whatever you want. Probably don't need the maggots. And have a sit. Warm yourself up. And stay away from me. It's the best I can offer you. I was counting on a ride with some friends, but they're running behind and won't be here for another 2 hours. You're not coming in here. End of story. The weather out here is getting pretty bad, and I was hoping you'd be a friend and come inside to warm up until my friends are. I am sorry. Even in the 19 whenever the hell this was, I don't think people just let random strangers into their house when they were... I don't even think that people let random strangers into somebody else's house when they were there all by themselves in the middle of the night. Come on, friend. If you were quiet on a blizzard, I'd give you a warm place to wait. Well, I'm not the one in the blizzard, am I? Not going to let me freeze to death out here. Kitty aunt, I'm not the one that told you to go hiking in a snowstorm. Oh, it's you again. I don't know. I think I didn't see you and your little boyfriend fishing in the creek earlier. Figured you'd give me a chance this time. So you've been here for hours then. Hours already. So clearly you haven't just been waiting for your friends. Or unkind. Go away or I'll call the police. Everyone keeps saying there's no police around here. I really think that the police need some. I don't see your fellas trucking out here either. Fine. Suit yourself. I say gone. Not yet. Please go away. Can I ring up the police? There's a slightly scary man standing outside my house. Please come here with a tank and arrest him. But let me tell you something. You'll get what's coming to you for leaving me out here. Well, it might be. But I'm gonna make it my bitch, so just deal with it, alright? The man at the door seemed irrelevant compared to how tired I was. Oh, leave him in the shed. Leave him in someone else's shed. He'll sleep with the fishes for all I care. Oh, man alive, this game is exhausting. What the hell was that noise? I should be able to get. Is there somebody chucking something in my window? At this point, I had no choice but to call for help. Yes, that seems really rather reasonable. I feel like I keep smacking myself in the face with these things. I feel like I maybe saw a phone somewhere, didn't I? Let me take this with me. Giddy on. I'm just supposed to. I know they said there was no police, but there must be somebody on the other end of a 911 call, surely. Sorry to bother you, but can you come over? There was someone we met driving here. He was banging on the door and started threatening me. I'm pretty scared. I think I hear him outside the house. Could you please look over since you live so close. Doesn't he just live here? Isn't this just his house? I'm so confused by how the Airbnb system works. I keep dropping this thing. I don't want to turn the light on. Has he gone? He doesn't seem to be out there. That's marvellous. Oh dear. This game is exhausting because I spend so much of it on edge just waiting for something to go wrong. Don't seem to be able to peek out of that one. I'm going to peek out this one. Yes, I can. I don't see anyone. Maybe we should just go to bed. Oh, not this again. Not this again. Let's see who's there. Oh, it's you. Hello. So scary man. Kitty aunt. Please put that hammer down. Open the door. It's me. Alright, this is so gonna get me killed. What's going on here? Did you see anyone outside? I might have seen something. Could have been anyone. Or no one at all. Explain the situation. Briefly, one hopes. Oh, yes, I came as quickly as I could. I wouldn't worry about him anymore. No, I'd worry about you instead. I feel a little bit scared. You don't need to stand quite so blooming close. He's going to be back in all of about -3 seconds. So all alone here. My friends will be back very soon. Bizarre animation. Just you stay the hell away from me. Or I shall hit you with a torch. I'll hit you with a freaking board game if I have to, mate. I've got a board game and I'm not afraid to... Oh, we put the Ouija board back. That's roughly tidy, honest. Right. I would be willing to run out into the snow in nothing but my gym jams if it kept me safe from this lunatic. Storms like this bring out all kinds of foes. Really, I thought it'd send them in, or it's slightly warmer. Not all of them know when to stay away. Alright. This just proves what I've been thinking all along, isn't it? Alright, time to run away. Straight out the door I go. I didn't feel safe opening the door. And I don't feel safe staying in here! Right, out the back way. I don't care if it's bloomin' freezing out there. I will stay out here for the rest of the forever of always with nothing but my painting easel, if I have to. Oh, gosh. I am so willing to crack your skull open with this light if I have to. No, run away! Quickly, I guess I'm running upstairs. Maybe into the attic. That seems like a vaguely safe place. I could maybe... I don't seem to be able to go up here. I might just have to face the music. Maybe I need to go into the basement? That seems reasonable, right? Yeah, that's what a person would do. They'd run and hide in the basement. Oh, what's that? I have to go in here. Okay, so by turning the speakers off, I can make the microphone go a little bit quieter. Which makes at least some semblance of sense. I'm sorry. What am I doing down here other than trying to keep myself alive? He doesn't seem to care about following me though, so that's good. I should pick up a spade. That's a pretty good way of keeping myself alive. I feel like a sneeze coming on. I feel like I've got every... Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I feel like I've got every reason in the world to stay the hell away from this chap, except I don't seem completely able to do that. Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to face the music and dance. Yeah, everything's fine. And you can go away now, Shriek. Awful late for texting, isn't it? Who are you talking to? My friends, they're nearly home now. Yes, thank you for coming by. You can leave now. He's still got his freaking hammer. go back now if you'd like to. Are you sure about that? Yes, I'm sure I just overreacted being such a silly Billy as I am. Maybe I should stick around, make sure everything's really okay. No, I think you can leave now because I'm going to watch some young people's programs that you would undoubtedly find very annoying. What did you just say? Confront. Oh dear. Evade. Retreat. This is my house and I'll leave when I want. Oh dear. I've given up trying to tell people I'll call the police because it won't work. What do you want? I want what's mine. This house. You're trespassing. Alright, I'll leave. That's fine with me. I tried to leave earlier out the back door and run into the frozen garden, but for some reason I couldn't. Okay, fine. I'll go. I don't care. If anyone's leaving this house... This doesn't seem all that threatening. He's just asking me to step out the door, which at this point I am perfectly willing to do if it gets me away from this slightly crazy man. What the hell is he doing? I don't know, but I'm going to leave. I'm just so going to frickin' leave. Oh dear, now I've been hammered in the brain. I think this is how the game tells you that you've died, so I seem to have screwed it up, since presumably the protagonist is supposed to survive because they... What? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yes, look, narrated by the one who survived, so that can't be the end, because they didn't survive, they got their brain bashed in, so clearly I did that wrong, so, I'm not really sure I'm supposed to go. Again, the attic seems like probably my best bet, but, yeah. Let's see, let's see where we end up. Let me open the door. Hello! We're in this situation again. Yes, let's just scroll through this as quickly as possible. I will quickly get us back to where we was, and then we can get on with life. Or possibly get on with death, if that's all we're going to do. I'll get us back to roughly where we was. I'm going to try something different this time. I'm going to try going down into the basement, because last time I tried to go into the... Right, hang on. Just going to turn the sound off, try and minimise the amount of noise in the microphone. That's still not going to do a frightfully good job, because I'm sure it's still going to pick up an absolute load of noise. The trouble with computers, at least my computer, is that it can only use one device for one purpose. So, for example, this camera is currently tied into OBS, which means it can't be used by any other application that wants to use a camera. So, presumably, when this game was looking for a microphone, it said, how many microphones are attached to the computer? Well, there's one, the one in front of me, which of course is being tied into OBS, so it's not allowed to use that one, so instead it's going to use... Run! Oh! Run! Don't get stuck on the stairs again! Maybe this was the wrong door. Oh dear. Oh dear. I am not able to go that way or this way, but I can bath, and that's going to make everything better. Oh goodness, I've been back over there. Oh goodness, that's loud. And I think I've said this in previous To Fathom games, but I do wish that when you died you could just go straight back to what you were doing before, rather than having to go back to the main menu screen and then go through the loading screen again. It's just like, can I just have like a respawn or like a restart or something, or like go back to the last checkpoint rather than having to go all the way back to the menu? Never mind, maybe the people playing this are going to be smarter than me. Oh. I'm sure they are smarter than I am. Because they'd shut up. I didn't expect to be spawned in the hiding place. Right. Okay. So I can't go out the front door, because he's bashed it up. I can't go into the living room, because there's furniture in the way. I can't go out the back door, because there's furniture in the way. There'd be no point in going into the kitchen, so I can only assume that my purpose is to go upstairs. And then maybe walk to the deck and jump off? I have no idea. No blooming clue. But I'm going to turn the sound off again for the speakers to minimise the amount of sound on the microphone. And then I'm going to shut the hell up. And see if I can get us back to where we were. Right. Let's try this again. I have got no idea what the sound is currently doing at the moment. What? We're almost there. Huzzah! I jump! Jump! Jump, man! Jump! Jump, woman, jump! I don't care, just jump! Oh good, I was so worried I might survive that. Right. Okay, so jumping off the deck wasn't the solution. Maybe hiding in the attic is the solution. Let's try that instead. My giddy aunt, this is going to take a while. I really want to know what's in that secret room. I really want to know what's in that secret room, but I don't think I'm going to find out. Right, let me see if I can get in here, and then up here. Okay, fair enough. Ringtones ruining everything from meetings to getting murdered in an airing cupboard. Oh, I was so close. Man, live. I always get to this stage in one of these games where I just die again and again and again as I try and figure out what random ass room I'm supposed to be hiding in. Alright, I know I need to hide in the airing cupboard, but then where the hell do I go from there? Do I just stay in the airing cupboard? It sounds like they're downstairs, but it doesn't matter if they're ringing the front door, because I can't open the front door because he's busted the lock, hasn't he? At least we got a vague look in the room. It doesn't know there's anything in there, but it was vaguely interesting. This is the curse of trying to play this without using headphones, because I have to turn the sound down so that the microphone in the camera, because it's not this microphone, otherwise I could just mute it and get on with my life, doesn't pick up just the sound effects of the game, and thus set him off and then make him catch me. I seem to remember in a previous one what I did was I just literally unplugged the camera so that there was only one microphone in use. I'm so good at this. Such a rolling success. yeah, I might literally just have to unplug the camera, which is going to be a royal pain in the arse from a recording perspective. But yeah, I don't really know what else to do, because, yeah. Yeah. Right, you're currently getting a lovely view of my chair and not a great deal else at the moment. Oh, shut up. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, you had to get the little stool and then hide. Hide in the cupboard, get the little stool, get up into the attic as quick as you can, and that gets you at least this far. I don't have the faintest idea what I'm supposed to do from here. Other than just live up here for the rest of my life. But yeah, I've had to physically unplug the camera, so there's only one microphone which is attaching to, which is now attaching to this one. Yeah, so that no, I'm not, you muppet. There's no place here. Yeah, I've had to unplug the camera so that it taps in only to this microphone, so I actually turn that microphone off, and then it's actually quiet enough that I can not get killed. Why am I moving so bloody slowly? I don't know. There's other jazzy music suggests that everything's alright now, apart from the fact that the camera's balked. Is he gone? Oh my giddy, aren't you scared the chicken goujons off me? Don't do that. Oh my word, is that it? Is that heckin' it? Because that's exhausting. Yes. Yes it is. Tremendous. Right, I'm going to try plugging the camera back in. I highly doubt that this will work with OBS if it's halfway through recording, but we'll plug it in and we'll see what happens. The answer to that is probably nothing. No. Alright then. I never mind. You didn't much enjoy looking at my ugly mug anyway, so probably this is an improved way of doing the video, so never mind. I told them everything that had happened. Rick had called the police. The storm had quietened down by the time they arrived, and the man was nowhere to be seen. On our drive back, the whole night played over and over in my head. We think that the man we saw secretly lived in the cabin when it wasn't being used, and planned on robbing us during our stay. I think he planned on a lot worse. But the cops seemed to think there was more intent behind the man's actions instead of just robbing us. Rick asked me what the man looked like, and after that he didn't ask any more questions. We think he knew more than he was letting on, but in the end he gave us a full refund. That's the least he could bloody do. He could pay for a few weeks of intensive therapy as well. Okay. My giddy aunt, that was exhausting. Hooray! We survived. We got to the end of the game. Right. That was really rather enjoyable. I'm gonna get us back to the. Oh yeah, they're all looking in the basement. Oh, that's where that door led. Of course, it just led to the other entrance, didn't it? I'm sure that man's absolutely chuffed that we pulled all his doors off, but never mind. Alright, I'll get us back to the main menu screen, I'll get the camera working again, and then we'll have some concluding thoughts, if you like. It's rather nice music, isn't it? You have to admit that it is rather nice music. Oh dear, I'm bloody exhausted after doing that. Absolutely bloomin' whacked. I do feel somewhat compelled just to let this music play out. That's quite alright, I really rather enjoyed it. Thank you for having me, thank you for making these nice games for us to play. Oh my word. Right. To the camera fixing! Right, there we are. I'm not going to say the things that I've said in previous To Fathom games about the microphone mechanics and it getting, screwed up between different microphones. That's purely a product of me recording this instead of just playing it. So for 99 out of 100 players, it's not going to matter in the slightest. So it really doesn't matter. I do think it would be served better by just having a restart button, whereby instead of going all the way back to the main menu, you can just click restart and it will put you back to the end of the last checkpoint rather, which I think makes seems a bit of a no-brainer to me, but maybe there's a deeper reason behind it that I simply don't understand because I'm too stupid. But we won't worry about any of that. That was really good. I presume that this is the end of Fears to Fathom. I mean, all the games have only ever had five episodes in them in this sort of little menu screen. So one does presume that is the end of it. But yeah, I mean, clearly this developer has got a lot of talent. I suppose it depends really whether they want to carry on doing this style of thing in this sort of universe, for want of better terminology, or whether they want to branch out and do something a bit different and sort of change things up a bit. But I think it's... Stop under-spoken music. I think it is quite obvious to anyone that's played all 5 of these that there's been a very significant improvement in quality, I was going to say in writing. I suppose the writing and the narrative isn't really down to the developer per se. It's apart from in the sense that they pick that story and presumably they, I don't want to say adjust or edit it, or even dramatise it. Again, that seems the wrong word, but sort of make the story fit into the the mechanics of the game and all that. So yeah, I think there's been a very great improvement between the first episode and the final episode. So that's lovely to see. It's always nice to play a series of games by a single developer and see how they develop and improve artistically and professionally in terms of like the physical nuts and bolts programming of it. So yes, it's always nice to see that, and I feel like it's been a very nice improvement in these games. Not to suggest that the first one was in any way poor. It was very impressive, obviously, or else this series wouldn't have done as well for itself as it has, and it deserved to do well because it's very nice and really rather spoopy, and it's all sort of real horror. I like, in the sense that these are real stories from real people, at least presumably. So, although the fact that the person who narrates it is going to survive in the end takes away a certain scariness from it, but because you can die in the games, all that really tells you is that you are able to find a way of surviving. There is a way of surviving. It's just a case of finding it. But yeah, these are really good games. I've really enjoyed playing all of them. I don't know which one would be my favourite if I had to pick one. Either the first one for its novelty, or maybe the second one, the Norwood Hitchhike one, although I do have that really embarrassing bit of walking all the way down the road for about half an hour on my own, which is a bit stupid of me. But yeah, I don't remember the Hitchhike one too well, but from what I don't remember, it felt that I seem to have quite positive memories of it. Again, not to suggest that there was anything wrong with any of the other ones, but I've really enjoyed all of them. They've all been really good, and yeah, I look forward to seeing what else the developer decides to do, whether they decide to carry on making more games in the Fears to Fathom franchise, or if they decide to do something different. But whatever they do, I'm sure they will do it really rather well. So, yes, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I apologise for the slightly screwy way this has been recorded, but never mind. It wouldn't be on my channel if it wasn't thoroughly screwy. So, thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.